Hi, this is Nestor Villalobos. I'm a solutions consultant for Noel Group, and I will be giving you a brief introduction of our software VerityBeyond GRC BPM. It is a software that was designed for governance, risk management, and compliance processes. For example, for customer onboarding, service request, and supply chain optimization. Like I said, I will be giving you an overview of VerityBeyond. What are the features and characteristics that entails the software when the first thing when you launch the application. You will see a dashboard like this, and every time you do an operation, it will always takes you back to this dashboard. So the main characteristics here that I'll be talking about, when you look at the menu on your left hand side, notice these icons, and you will see 8 of them. The first one on top, it is called the request, and I'll be talking about each one of these icons that you see on our dashboard. The request, sites, customers. You will see certificates, products, SOPs, which is standard operation procedures. We will be talking about assets, and lastly, the account, which is pretty much the settings that are required to do different settings behind as a back end of the application. So today we'll be talking about briefly what is a request when you first launch VerityBeyond, and you click on the first icon right here. The request, the main characteristics and features of that request. It is a formal submission or inquiry from a client seeking a specific action or service related to governance, risk, or compliance. VerityBeyond would typically track, manage, and address this request, which can vary widely depending on the organization's needs. A well-structured GRC software will streamline and automate the management of these requests, ensuring that they are handled efficiently while maintaining full compliance with regulations. It should also provide transparency, tracking, and reporting features to allow customers and teams to monitor their progress and resolution of requests in real time. So basically, these will be the features that we have on the request portion of the software. The onboarding, policy management, incident reporting, risk assessment, audit request, and compliance support. Continuing with exploring the menu on our software VerityBeyond, we can see that our next section will be the site. If we look at the cloud, looks like a cloud icon right here, and there will be the sites icon, and it typically refers to a specific business location. The site is a department or operational environment within an organization that is managed through the software. Each site represents a distinct unit where governance, risk, and compliance activities are monitored, tracked, and managed. VerityBeyond helps organize, stay compliant with relevant standards and regulations at the local, national, or international level by streamlining risk and compliance management for multiple locations. You can see here that entails the main features on the site is a centralized management, data and risk oversight. It has custom settings, so you can customize the to match specific needs, monitoring and reporting. We have the third icon, which is the main icons, our customers. And you see right here, it's represented by a thumbs up. So our customers, that's VerityBeyond's main section. Is our customers. Everything is starts with the customers, and it refers to an individual, is an organization or entity that interacts with the business governance, risk management, or compliance processes. The customers may be an internal stakeholder, such as an employee or department, or an external party, such as a client, partner, or vendor, who is subject to the organization's governance, risk, compliance policies, and systems. In GRC systems, customers' data and interactions are often monitored to ensure that the organization meets its regulatory obligations and mitigates risk associated with external parties or internal processes. As you can see, customers' main features will be an onboarding and compliance. Um, it will be a request management. The customers might submit various requests, such as audits and incidents. Risk management. Customers are often involved in risk assessments where their activities or roles are evaluated for potential risks. Monitoring and reporting. The GRC system monitors customer interactions and ensures that they adhere to established policies and regulations. And third-party relationships. Main characteristics. In some cases, a customer refers to a third-party vendor or partner whose compliance with regulatory organization standard is critical to risk management. So as you can see, the customer, that's where everything starts, and it's one of the main features here, the VerityBeyond. Moving into our next section of a brief introduction to VerityBeyond, it will be the certificates icon right here. The certificates area in VerityBeyond. It basically, we can show you, it will be certificates, and typically it refers to a formal document or documents that validate the compliance with certain standards, policies, or regulations. These certificates are used to ensure that processes, systems, and individuals within an organization meet regulatory requirements and internal governance controls. Certificates can apply to various areas, including security, compliance, training, and asset management. VerityBeyond helps organizations maintain compliance, reduce risk, and provide evidence during audits, making them critical for demonstrating regulatory adherence. And we can see that our features, the main features of the certificates area within VerityBeyond, it entails the compliance certifications and policy certifications. These are, like I said, documents, standard operation procedures, SOPs. Training and competency certifications. It also involves security certifications. In cybersecurity, certificates can be used to authenticate and verify systems, encryption processes, or individuals. Asset certification. Certificates can apply to physical or digital assets, verifying that they meet the required standards and have undergone necessary inspections. And finally, the expiration and renewal management. Moving into our next section, it'll be the fifth icon in our menu in VerityBeyond, and it will be the products category section in our menu. And we can see here this is represented by a shopping bag, and the products mainly it refers to the various services, software modules, or physical goods that an organization manages or tracks in relation to its compliance, governance, and risk management strategies. These products are subject to regulatory oversight, internal policies, and risk assessment to ensure they meet the organization's standards and industry regulations. VerityBeyond help organizations manage compliance, mitigate risks, and maintain control over their offerings, ensuring they align with governance and regulatory frameworks. You can see that products features and characteristics are mainly involve compliance management. Products with a GRC system are often tied to specific compliance regulations. For example, we know about ISO, HIPAA, HIPAA, or adhere to legal frameworks depending on the industry. So basically, VerityBeyond main features also represent the life cycle management of these products, different stages that they go through, risk assessments. VerityBeyond assesses the risk associated with each product, whether they are physical products or services. Audit and reporting. Products with GRC software are subject to regulatory audits and reporting. One of the main characteristics are also the supply chain integration that you can see in our chart here. The supply chain is very critical within our software interaction. And lastly, the inventory and asset management. That is a very important role here. If the product is a physical asset, VerityBeyond may also track its inventory, condition, and maintenance records, ensuring compliance with standards and policies. We are moving now into our sixth icon section in our VerityBeyond software, which is one of the main areas, which is the SOP, the standard operation procedures, right here represented by a play button icon. And in this chart you can also see the relationship with other icons within the pages inside the software. For example, you can see that icon being related to the requests, this one related to the sites, this one to the certificates, products related to products, and here in standard operation procedures SOP section you have a play button icon related to it. What it is basically it refers to the documented step-by-step instructions or protocols that guide employees in performing a specific task and activities in compliance with organizational policies and regulatory requirements. So the SOP area is very important. This is where everything is documented, and we're talking about steps that employees and customers follow. SOPs are essential for ensuring consistency, quality and adherence to laws and standards across business processes. VerityBeyond plays a critical role in maintaining compliance, reducing risks, and ensuring consistent, high quality operations across the organizations. They provide a structured, transparent approach to governance and regulatory adherence. And looking at our main features here for SOP, standard operation procedures, we can see that compliance management SOPs help organizations meet regulatory and legal obligations. And going back into our external regulations, ISO, GDPR, HIPAA, HIPAA, these are internal policies. External, they all follow up in compliance management features. Also risk mitigation. It reduces operational risk by providing a clear documented process. So those are the steps that every individual and employees need to follow to make it consistent. Version control and updates for managing SOPs versionings. This ensures that the most current and approved procedures are being followed, and older versions are archived for reference. So training and certification, this is also very important. SOPs in using VerityBeyond integrates with employee training and certification modules. So this ensures that employees are trained on the correct procedures and that their compliance with the SOPs is documented. Also, one of the features in SOP for VerityBeyond is the automation and workflow integration. These are enforced by triggering workflows or tasks when certain conditions are met. For example, if a step in the SOP is missed or not completed correctly, the system can alert the necessary parties or escalate the issue for reviewing. Lastly, audit and reporting. SOP provide auditable evidence that the organization is following proper procedures. Moving into our next section of VerityBeyond, it will be represented by a check mark, and this is the 7 icon closer to the bottom area, and basically it's called the asset. So assets, you can see again its icon within the page. It is referencing to a tangible or intangible resources that an organization needs to manage, track, and protect as part of its compliance, risk management, and governance processes. Assets play a vital role in ensuring that the organization operates smoothly and adheres to regulatory and internal policies. In summary, assets within VerityBeyond are the core elements an organization needs to manage to ensure proper risk management, compliance, and operational governance. By tracking and maintaining these assets, the software helps organizations maintain control, reduce risk exposure, and ensure regulatory compliance. Yeah, these assets are also related to customers, to employees, as something that they own. The main characteristics of an asset is classification and categorization. Assets can be classified into various categories, such as physical assets, it could be equipment, vehicles, facilities. Digital assets could be data, software, servers, financial assets, and intellectual property. Any of these could be something related to the organization as a physical, valuable good. Also, we have another feature is the risk assessment. They're central to organizations. The risk associated with each asset, such as cybersecurity, vulnerabilities, all that is controlled by VerityBeyond. Compliance and monitoring. Assets must comply with various regulations depending on the industry. For example, like GDPR for data assets, safety regulations, physical assets, etc. Also, the lifecycle management. That is a key feature here with VerityBeyond. It helps manage the full life cycle of an asset from acquisition through usage and retirement. This includes tracking ownership, usage rights, depreciation, maintenance, and updates. You will see those in here too. Audit and reporting. GRC software typically includes detailed reporting features that provide insight into assets, statutes, compliance with regulatory requirements. And finally, access control and data security. VerityBeyond ensures that access to critical assets such as data is managed through role-based access control and encryption, ensuring compliance with data protection laws and internal security policies. We'll be moving forward to our dashboard again, and we'll be talking about the last icon to the left, which is the account section in my access. The account is related to VerityBeyond backend dashboard, where once you're logged in, you can have access to your account information, BPM cloud account information. You can change your password when you go into that menu, and you, as an admin, you will have cloud access, where you can control all the people that is working under you, and all employees. You can manage everybody that's having access to the app. Also, the access area, my access, it's the other menu, the pull down menu right here to the upper right hand side corner. You will also have access to the account information in password management. It's the same thing with the cloud access. So cloud access is given to high level admin users. So VerityBeyond offers a range of different areas that you can utilize to pretty much control a request, create and manage sites, search for certificates, manage and create products, create and design SOPs, create and design assets, and lastly, to have access to your own people that work under you, so you have access to account. And so these sections are pretty much the last that I'll be talking about under this brief introduction to VerityBeyond platform: governance, risk management, and compliance, GRC.